Today, you guys, I am absolutely proud of what the team did today. I am absolutely proud of the performance the team put out there, considering the many details working against the team currently. Many players still are not fully fit. Kai Havertz just returned back from COVID. He's still not there fully. It was obvious to see today, yet he put in a shift today. Trevor Chalobah as well too couldn't finish in 90 minutes. He suffered with niggles throughout this entire month too. Yet the performance we saw from him, the reaction we saw from him was out of this world too. And the reaction we saw from the entire team today. After being 2-0 down against this Liverpool team, we were all fearing the worst. Let's put our hands up, let's admit that. We were all fearing the worst. We missed some incredible opportunities before their goals came. We started the game very well, but that's kind of been the story of our entire month. So the comeback, the fight I saw from this team, from the manager to the players as well too, it was absolutely commendable considering the controversy that happened before the game. And I guess it's also safe to say as well that if a certain man was playing up front for us today, I think it's safe to admit that there would have been a difference in this game today. However, I'm not going to be talking about that at all today because I have to focus on what I saw today, and that was such a inspiring, dogged performance in the team today, and honestly, they deserve it. And to be honest, grand scheme of things at the end of the game, it was one of the most even games of football I've seen in the Premier League for a long time. One of the most entertaining games I've seen between, two title challenging teams as well too. Both teams have their issues and injuries right now. And I guess really a draw was a fair reflection in the game today. For me, I've already accepted the fact that Man City are just too much of a powerhouse. They're clearly going to just steamroll the league. It's between us and Liverpool now to determine who comes second in the league. But honestly, we have so many trophies and cups to play for. This month, we have some big tests and challenges as well too. The fact that we're competing and showing the desire against the big teams makes me feel confident for the rest of this month, you guys. Just as it did last year, where we reached January under Thomas Tuchel. The same thing's going to happen again quite clearly. So today, you guys, I've got a ton of positive things to talk about today. Hope you guys enjoy. Smash that like button as well. And of course, if you want to see me doing a post-match Q&A stream where might play a little bit of FIFA in that, of course, let me know in the comment section as well too. But of course, getting into the game, got to start off with how intense that start was. We were pressing Liverpool so goddamn high. We were forcing so many errors from them at the back. They were getting dispossessed for days. And I think one of the platforms for us being able to do that was the midfield combination force of N'Golo Kante and Mateo Kovacic. Two outstanding performances from them. Mateo Zidane Kovacic, I will get back to in a second. What a flipping performance from him today. But by having that platform, that technique, that ability to break the lines as two, and of course the counter press, win these balls back, we were putting Liverpool under some great pressure. And very early on, there was an amazing opportunity to get the first goal, courtesy of Christian Pulisic. Mount kind of forced an error from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Pulisic was 1v1 versus Keller, and unfortunately, story of our season, we don't take advantage of those moments. And then, unsurprisingly, after the great start we have, Liverpool, after their second attack, take advantage, and it was a poor error from Trevor Chalobah. I felt like the technique in that moment should have been to just use his left foot, put some power behind that, and clear the ball. I didn't really think he had to do any diving header at all to try and prevent that. It felt like he was doing the most there, and the difference between us and Liverpool is that they have the type of attacking players to take advantage of any moment in the final third and put it in the back of the net. That kind of killed some of our thunder a little bit, but we're still showing bits and pieces there. However, Liverpool, I thought, was starting to get a bit of a tactical advantage. And as the game was going on, they clearly were just looking to play on the counter-attack. They were looking to be compact, mid-block structure, stopping us in the middle, allowing us to have the balls out wide, but we really struggled to really break them down. Aspi and Alonso just don't have those qualities to, make those runs behind to really stretch teams like that. And for me personally, I was not feeling confident. So it was no surprise that Liverpool took advantage of another attack. Again, them showing the difference that they have that we can't do right now. And that's the quality passes they can play in the final third. I mean, some of the balls that Salah was running at the end of, that's the quality, consistent, weight of pass and quality from them. It's just, we can't do that right now, but we will get to that level soon. I feel very confident about that. I thought it was an expertly taken goal from Salah. Again, they were taking advantage of the space in behind our wing backs, and I'm not going to lie you guys, at 2-0 I thought the game was done and over. But there was one man today who was just refusing to be beat throughout the game, and that was Mateo Kovacic. Wow. what a performance. One of the best performances I've seen from him today. He pulls out one of the most inspired goals I've seen in how many seasons. It came from a set piece situation. Alonso, going for a shot from the right hand side from a free kick. Keller makes a save, rebounds off him, and Mateo Kovacic, I don't know what made this guy attempt this volley in the air, yeah. It was kind of like Iniesta-esque, which how he just, he didn't go for any power. It was just pure placement and pure skill, and the way that ball beautifully dips over Keller to hit the bottom side of the right post to go in the net. World class, what a goal. And when that goal went in, you guys, everything became different. We looked rejuvenated, we looked stronger, and our pressing game was back. So was there any surprise that Liverpool, who were feeling that pressure time and time again throughout this entire game, they collapsed eventually in the end? This time N'Golo Kante counter-pressing, and finally, for the first time in the first half, a quality ball over the top of Liverpool's defence, beating that offside trap, gets played in, and Christian Pulisic, who's showing some unreal resolve throughout this entire month, and he gets a lot of credit for that. This is the moments he takes advantage of down that left-hand side. This is his best position. He scores the goal, 2-2 you guys, and it is game on. It is game on. Second half comes, and I'm feeling quite inspired, and to be fair, I honestly think the second half was a fair reflection on both teams. It was a very ebb and flow type of game where Liverpool had advantage sometimes, and we had it, and they didn't, then we had it back again, and it was constantly this battle of that. Mendy pulled off some outstanding saves. My God, I'm going to be so upset when he leaves for the African nations after this. One in particular from Mohamed Salah, outstanding world-class save, and another point-blank one from Mane too. This is the type of quality you need in the back, and for me, Mendy is utterly world-class, but I have some confidence and hope that Kepa can at least show that he can do a lot more than seasons prior. And of course, we had our very own opportunities as well too. Keller pulling off a fantastic save, point-blank this time from Christian Pulisic, but I did feel at times we created some good opportunities, taking advantage of Liverpool's, lack of press resistance at the back. But I just feel like that final ball sometimes is something that we're still not consistently showing to really take advantage of these moments and these situations. But as the game was going on though, I was just seeing the performances step up, and I just got to give more credit now to Chalobah. For me, the reaction that he showed after making that mistake tells me why he's Chelsea material through and through. And as I kept saying, it would have been an absolute waste of money to have gone for Koundé when we had a player like this here. Normally, big pressure games like this, you think you're going to fold and feel that pressure. No. Chalobah rose from that mistake he made. The amount of duels he was involved in, the amount of times he was clutch in stopping those Liverpool counter-attacks, how many tackles against Mane. Yeah, there were a few times he was getting caught out of position, stepping forward. That was not often. But the amount of duels he had to anticipate. I can't forget that the famous tackle of the game for me today was that tackle against Salah, which could have made it 3-0. World-class tackle, to have that confidence knowing I have to slide in right now, last minute, otherwise the team's done out here. This is what I mean, man. And then just the way he played afterwards, some of the balls he was pinging to Alonso, this was a top performance from him. So proud. But I think for me, this really was the Mateo Kovacic show, because in the second half, Tuchel made us play 3-5-2 in the end, which did make some sense. Liverpool brought on Keita, they brought on Oxlade-Chamberlain. They were looking to regroup in midfield, and we couldn't get outmanned there. So naturally, we had to have Jorginho in the team. Trevor came off, became 3-5-2. But the issue with that was that it meant that we were too deep. Having two strikers up front in Mount and Havertz, you're not able to, you're going to get constantly outmanned when it comes to pressing from the top. And it was very easy for Liverpool's midfield to really get on the ball more. And it's like, in a game like this, it wasn't the right move to just have unnecessary pressure put on us. So what happened was that Hudson came on for Havertz. Kovacic played as a cam alongside Mason Mount. And wow, some of these world-class first touches that Kovacic was pulling off, it's just out of this world. His technical ability, his dribbling ability is utterly world-class. And he again looking to drive and force things to happen time and time again. It was such a good performance from the entire team. Christian Pulisic as well too, playing two different roles, or three, playing on the left, playing on the right, then playing as a wing-back too. The graft he was putting in, that used to be a real criticism of Pulisic back in the days. You can't rely on this guy to get involved in anything defensive. He's just not really made for that. But the way this guy slightly bolts up here, the way he gets tight and looks to get involved in these duels, I got to put my hands up for him today. We can't forget that he came through to get us the second goal in the end. He had a really big game today for us, and I think him, Kante, Chalobah, Mendy, they were like the stars today. And like I'm saying, considering everything working against the team so far and the controversy behind the scenes too, it really was a very commendable performance in front of the fans. Credit to the fans today for really just being that, you know, boost of energy for the players as well too. I mean, that's what it's about. We got completely written off before this game started. Everything was about that. I was seeing our own fans talking about how not getting a win today is not important. I was thinking, how fucking fake is that? Chelsea fans out here being happy to get a loss over stupid drama. I don't know what world I'm in right now, you guys, but I don't know what's even happening with the world entirely, to be honest. Wow, great game today. You know, maybe if the referees did their job and sent off Mane right at the start of the game for elbowing Liverpool in the face, we could be looking at 3 points here for sure. But you know what it's like for us and referees in this country. You know that they absolutely hate us, you guys. But it doesn't matter, because when Chelsea FC are the underdogs, we get inspired, we show that resolve, and we come back stronger, you guys. So on that note, I'm going to wrap things up, keep things moving. I'm the EFC, this is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.